And in the Impact segment tonight, in just 2 weeks, a new Obamacare health law will kick in. Exchanges will open. And if you don't sign up for health insurance, you could be fined. The actual medical coverage starts January 1st. According to a new USA Today poll, most Americans are not happy about this. 53% disapprove of Obamacare. 42% are okay with it. Rejoining us from Washington, Charles Krauthammer. So we hear about defunding Obamacare. Is any of that going to happen?
It's not going to happen. It's absolutely not going to happen. Obama is invested in this. It's his signature achievement for Democrats. It's a historic achievement. It's their road to national health care. It passed the House. It passed the Senate, signed by the President, and the Supreme Court upheld its constitutionality. They are not going to give it up. What might happen is that it could be such a catastrophe. So many Americans could be hurt by it and then begin to really strongly oppose it. Right now, they're opposing the idea of Obamacare, but not so much the reality.
What do you
that
think?
It could collapse on its own.
Since